see I've been busy. I was able to actually take quite a bit of the shingles off. Here, let me turn this radio down for a second for YouTube flags this as being a copyright infringement. Anyways, I got a great amount of the shingles. As you can see there, there's a stack that are still in really good use. I would say probably 95% of that stack right there is usable. Down there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's another stack with about, I don't know, a third of the amount that's down here of shingles. I've been slowly peeling this apart and removing shingles, trying to preserve them, pulling nails and trying to preserve all those. I think maybe we can probably reuse a great many of those roofing nails. As you can see down there at the end, I've got a full sheet up. The person that built this screwed it down and didn't really do too well of a job fastening the plywood to the 2x4 frame there. Most of the screws actually didn't even come in contact with the frame. They were just drilled through the plywood only. But it's looking like the plywood's in pretty decent shape. And I'm thinking that once I get this apart, I'll probably just de-nail each sheet, get all the nails out of it, and then flip it over so that this side actually will be what you see underneath. You can't see down there, but the underside has, you know, just changed color from being exposed to air and moisture and things like that. But this side obviously has still got a lot of its really nice yellow pine color to it. So I think I'll just flip them over, re-nail them, and reuse them. But here you can see, just taking a little bit of time looking at what you got going on. You can possibly, I can't say that this is going to be guaranteed, but you could possibly repeat this process on any other demo or that you have to do. Some things that we try to do when we get material for houses is find people that have houses that need to be demolished, whether they're houses that are in a drug-related community. I don't know if that's really an appropriate term, but areas where houses are old and fallen down, or you know, are to the point where they're beyond their usability as a house and need to be demolished. So we can go in there for a far cheaper price than companies that come out with bulldozers and backhoes and knock the house down, not salvaging any material, and run and dump it in a landfill. We can actually go there, not only making an amount of money by charging to do this, but we also get the benefit of all the materials that we want to reuse from that property. So things like toilets and various sinks and you know, things that we'll never actually use on any of our builds. At that point, we can take to places like Habitat Restore, Houston's Reuse Warehouse, and actually give that appliance the ability to live another life. Anyways, yeah, I encourage everybody that can or that has this ability to be able to demo houses and take the materials and give them another chance at usability in another build to do that, because obviously that's taking waste out of the waste stream, and for the most part, most of that stuff that goes into the waste stream is 90% in great shape. You know, there may be a little bit of fixing here and there that may need, maybe a little bit of paint, maybe a little bit of one example is bathtubs. Sometimes you'll find bathtubs that look old and undesirable, but you can actually resurface bathtubs, and that further increases their life. They look brand new again and can go right back into another build. So anyways, it looks like we're going to be able to salvage a lot of the 2x4 material in here too. I'm not going to reuse that as the frame. We are going to use 2x6s to rebuild this correctly. You can see here, I don't know if the sun's blocking that out. Let me see if I can cover the sun a little bit, or the light. But you can see here my overhang has suffered quite a bit of damage. the cripplers that were up there, or outriggers I should say, that were up there to give us a horizontal nailing surface to nail this soffit to, have actually split in a lot of places from the 2x, it looks like a 2x8 rafter, and you can see down here on this one that it's actually split that into that rafter. So we're gonna have to fix all that, and then when we tie in the new roof, I'll cut back this plywood and I'll actually allow the new roof to set and sister right next to the existing house rafters, and we'll probably fasten them directly to those. That way it'll ensure us a great amount of strength, and then of course they'll run down, and then we'll reattach this plywood here back to it and save us some money on some materials. I think that we may be able to use a great amount of these shingles over again. I would say that out of this entire roof, we've probably salvaged maybe 80% of the shingles, or we will be able to salvage 80% of the shingles. So that'll save us a lot of money in going and buying new material. Or being as how we may, I don't know what the situation is as far as, you know, resale value. Our house really needs to be re-roofed, and that's something that we're going to be probably taking care of in the near future before we move out to Waller permanently. But for now, getting this back up and getting it to be usable, and maybe only having to buy a couple of bundles of shingles, it's okay for now, and I think that's going to be an acceptable amount of money to spend. But past that, all right, I'm gonna get back to work and see how much more of this I can salvage.